In the back of the room is probably better than the one up here, but we'll continue with this meeting. Thank you very much for your patience. And we're going to move on to item number 3. Consideration and possible action of order 2014-01-003.
So moved.
Thank you very much. Second, for discussion.
Second for discussion.
Yes, go ahead. Mr. Parra, you wanted to ask a question?
Yeah, creating this economic development tourism advisory board, is that going to be, we're going to work in conjunction with the
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And with other.
With NCD, with the chamber, with all the groups,
Right.
and
Good.
even from the state level, and everybody. And once we get that going, kind of, I'll just ditto on the words that Linda mentioned. That's something that is long overdue, and I think could be something good for us to start working.
Right.
And Mr. Dilly prepared. Actually, he contacted some of the communities he's prepared a document that down the road we're going to be accepting, I believe, Mr. Dilly? Is that what he's going to do?
Actually, you would do that by virtue of your action tonight, so that
okay.
we can move forward. Can I just present
Yes,
something real
just
quick,
go
Mr.
ahead,
Mayor,
Mr.
members of
Dilly.
the council?
Go ahead.
What you have included in your packet is referred to as the ETAB, or the Economic Development and Tourism Advisory Board guide, member guide. So this would be handed to each of the, obviously it's a public document, everybody would have access to it, but it would be handed to each of the members of that advisory board. That helps them understand what their roles and responsibilities are. It's an advisory board to the city council. So any recommendations that are made at that level are recommendations that are brought forward to you as a city council for consideration and possible action, okay? But what it does is it equips the city council with another group that's tasked with the responsibility of furthering the city's interests by way of economic development and tourism. Oftentimes, we get hung up on the day-to-day business as council and staff. By having another advisory group like this that you guys appoint as a city council that make recommendations to you, the advantage is that they're out doing the footwork, the groundwork, the research, the analysis, and they come back to you with recommendations. It's similar to your planning and zoning advisory council or board, and a lot of communities do things like that. So, communities have economic development advisory boards, transportation advisory boards. The issue though is that each of these functions need to be staffed. They can't. They can meet and they can do research and they can do that type of groundwork. But at the end of the day, somebody's got to take all that. Somebody's got to put the agendas together. Somebody's got to do that kind of work. And so we don't have somebody that in our organization that is strictly geared to doing economic development or tourism for our organization. The board is being proposed to you tonight. Will consist of one representative from each of the following categories: major utilities, banking or financial services, real estate, large business, small business, higher education, the school district, local chamber of commerce, Nogales Community Development Center, Port Authority, and 5 representatives from the community at large. That equates to a 15-member board. And they would be responsible to take care of these things, work an agenda, move it. It's encouraged to meet at least on a quarterly basis. It could meet more often, but at least on a quarterly basis. And any work that they do, any work that you want them to do, can come the other way. It can come, you guys say we want to charge our ETAB group to look into this and to give us a recommendation. All that work would come back to you in form of a recommendation that you guys can approve or consider and approve if you so desire. So it's before you tonight as ex officio members of this group. I would sit, and the president and CEO of the Nogales Chamber of Commerce would sit as ex officio. We wouldn't have voting rights, but we would be there, add to the conversation, the dialogue, help guide and instruct and help support any way that we can. But internally, again, we don't have somebody that we can exclusively dedicate to economic development and tourism at this point in time.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Dilly.
You're welcome.
Item number 4, consideration possible action of order 2014-01-004.
So move.
Second for discussion.
Thank you. Go ahead, Councilman.
I'm all for this and all that. I just needed to, my question is, you're trading in 3 life pack units, but there's no mention of how much money you're getting for the trade-ins. Or is the 120 including the trade-ins? Because that 120 is probably gonna go down if you do trade in 3 life packs.
I'm sorry.
Is Marcel here? Marcel? They knocked one of your trees down.
Chief, Councilman Diaz, the monitors we're getting about $12,000 total in
For the 3?
There's 4 that we're trading in.
Oh, you're trading for, because here it says only 3.
We're trading in, yeah, they're about $30,000 each. Yeah, so we're getting about $12,000 in trading value.
Okay, so the price is 120, 654, 25 total,
Correct.
including the trade-in? Or are you gonna get a credit for
No,
the trade-ins?
no, that's already.
Oh, that's already included in that, okay, because it didn't say anything about trade-ins on the trade-in value. What we have here, we have a grand total, and then it says trade-in detail, but it doesn't say anything. Okay, no, I see, I know, okay. No, that's good, all right.
Thank you, Chief.
That was my question, thank you.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consideration possible action of order 2014-01-005.
So move.
Second. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Resolutions. Consideration possible action of resolution R 2014-01-001. A resolution of the Council of City of Nogales encouraging the Arizona State Legislature to stop the transfer of highway user revenue funds to other state programs.
So move.
Second?
I know it. Yes, we have to do that. And actually, it's this MAG and all the other councils of government are really jumping on this one, so this, I hope we are successful on this.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Bill.
The difference, and I think it's important to note, the difference with the resolution that you guys are considering tonight and approving, that separates us from what most of the other agencies are doing by way of communicating on this matter, is that we're not really supporting temporary relief on the HERF.
Yeah.
We're encouraging our legislature to stop it altogether.
Maybe.
And you know, it's a little different than what the speaker and minority leader have put forward by way of a recommendation to the governor. We applaud that, we encourage it, we welcome the relief financially, but at the end of the day, what we are really looking for is a total stop to those HERF sweeps and allow those monies to continue to flow to local municipalities where we make the biggest difference relative to our transportation network. Thank you.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Wait a minute, there was no motion. Was there a motion? Yes, there was.
There was.
Yeah, okay. Jumped. Okay. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We'll be stepping into executive session. This next discussion. Are we in favor? Motion? Yes?
Yeah, they go into, in the cooking room.